You know, there's so many great walleye fishing opportunities in April, you know, especially, you know, you obviously have states where season doesn't close, North Dakota, South Dakota, and obviously some of the river systems, like say the Rainy River, the Mississippi River, the tributaries coming into Green Bay. And so this video, we're going to break down, you know, some of the very best April walleye fishing opportunities. And some of these opportunities, it doesn't take a lot of equipment, it doesn't take a lot of technical savvy, okay? There's some great fish to be had right now. And you know what, one of my favorite opportunities each year, the North Dakota stretch of the Missouri River between Garrison Dam and Lake Oahe, tremendous walleye fishing. And there's been a lot of big fish have been caught here in recent years as well.
Oh, I don't like it when they do that.
She liked what you gave her.
Oh,
Come here.
I'm just gonna back up here.
Oh yeah. Let's take a step back, lift that rod tip. I'm gonna reach.
Hey, all right.
Nice fish,
Nice.
Jason.
Here, we'll just keep her in the water,
Awesome,
keep her
awesome.
wet there, and we'll show her off. Wow.
Oh.
That's a beautiful
awesome
fish, huh?
Here, slide her to that side of the boat for you. Awesome.
You know, that's the thing is, we saw these fish on the side imaging, we saw them on the scout boat on the active target. We kept repositioning, trying to change angles. We could not get these fish to bite. Finally, this girl ate. Let's show her off. This is a good fish. Oh, look at that. Oh.
Nice fish.
All right, can you hand me the pliers there real quick?
Yes, sir.
Here. We started off throwing just an impulse paddle tail, which is just kind of a classic bait in this part of the world. Then we switched it up to this eye candy, which a little bit different. I'll talk about in a little bit here. It's not your traditional plastic in the sense that it's elastic plastic.
So when you look at big walleyes in the Missouri River, I mean, I can remember many, many years where, you know, I never even heard of somebody catching a 12-pound fish, you know. A 30-inch, 10-pound fish, you know, pre-spawn was a, you know, fish that, you know, might be a once-in-a-lifetime fish for a lot of people. I've never seen so many big walleyes in the Missouri River system as, you know, last 5 years. And so it's a pretty exciting time, you know, as far as the opportunity to catch a big fish, you know, something over 12 pounds. Now is the time. I mean, there's definitely a window right now where, you know, somebody could catch a state record fish.
Oh, another good fish. This is a good one. Oh, just love them big head shakes. Oh, they do not like the light, do they? Look at that fish. It's just bulldogging. Big head shakes. If this is a walleye, this is a really good fish. Oh yeah, look at that. That's first two fish. Probably weigh over 20 pounds in weight. But I haven't landed this yet. Oh my, I wish I had a bigger net, and I wish I wasn't by myself. Oh my. Oh my. Boy, this is tricky. This is tricky. Oh, and I got her, yes! This is unbelievable. It doesn't always happen like this. This is a big walleye. All right, let's do it. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at this. Look at that. Oh, oh, oh. That is a big walleye. That's the biggest walleye I've ever caught.
You know, another favorite area is all the tributaries that go into Green Bay. I mean, up and down. I mean, from the Fox all the way up to Marinette. I mean, there's some great, great fishing. And what I love about Green Bay is just, you know, you can catch a lot of fish, and also, too, you've got the trophy fish potential. And you can fish the river, you can fish out in the bay in front of the river, but these fish, you know, they're moving up into these river systems, then these fish are dumping out of the river where you can catch them in the lake. But again, you know, these fish are, you know, staggered as far as going in and out of the river. Usually the southern part of Green Bay fires up first and you just see that bite go right up the bay. But again, tremendous opportunities, you know, if you love to catch spring walleyes.
Yep. Got him.
Nice one.
These fish just fight hard. Oh yeah, look at
Nice
there.
big walleye.
Nice. Oh yeah, look at that. Whoa. Come on up here. There we go. Nice. Thank you, sir. Go ahead and leave her right in the water there. I'll unhook her. And... Nice. Boy, these are just golden. I just love the color on these fish too. There, look at that. Golly. Gotta love Green Bay. And then to catch fish on soft plastics, we are casting. That's as fun as walleye fishing gets. That's just a gorgeous fish. We'll get that fish in the water, but look at that. There she goes. This is feisty as when she left as when she came in.
Of course, you have to mention, you know, the Rainy River and the Mississippi River, you know, again, tremendous fisheries. And, you know, I guess one common knock that I hear, especially on the Rainy River, is just how many people there are. I mean, you're going to be waiting in line for a while to load your boat. When it comes to the end of the day, you'll be waiting in line to, you know, get out of the water. But I tell you what, it's worth it. I mean, it's worth the lines. It's worth the wait. And what I find is when you get out there on the river, you know, everybody's out there for the same reasons you are. You know, people are fairly polite. I mean, I've never had any issues with people. And, you know, you're going to have boats around you, but talk about the sheer, I mean, just incredible fishing, you know, especially for big fish. You know, when it comes to, you know, if you wanted to catch a fish over 10 pounds in Minnesota, I think you'd be hard pressed to beat the Rainy River in the springtime, you know, at least until it closes.
There's a good fish. Is we're slow dragging these big plastic tails. This is a good one here, Chris.
Good fish?
Yep, I'm gonna turn the boat here. This is a dandy here. Come on up here. Boy, they do not like coming up off that bottom, do they?
Don't.
Between
No,
the-
they don't.
Between the current, you know, they just have that extra horsepower from fighting that current all the time.
I like when they did a little circle
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
You know, they make that big S curve, you know it's a good fish.
Yeah. Come on up. Oh, wow. what a way to start, huh? Go ahead and just put her right in the water so she don't
boy.
get beat up.
That is
a
beauty.
pig there.
That is a beauty. You see the size of the head coming up?
Well, that's the thing, this water is so, you can see how muddy the water is. You don't know exactly how big they are until they're about in the nip.
Oh man, that is a walleye right there.
What a way to start the day. You know, this is a once in a lifetime fish for a lot of people, but I tell you what, up on the Rainy River, this is where people come to catch big fish. That's why so many people are out here. This right here. Look at that belly.
Oh my goodness.
All right,
That is
awesome fish, awesome. Look how short that dorsal fin is. Just a bruiser of a walleye. We'll get this fish in the water here right away.
Awesome, awesome.
Waved us goodbye even. Wow. Good. They're so big you get slime on you.
But you know what? You don't always need to have boats. You don't always need to fish rivers. You know, in the springtime, you know, in the states where fishing is open, there's some tremendous shore fishing. In fact, I would argue that some of the best fishing each spring happens from shore. And so what an awesome opportunity, for example, on small rivers where, you know, if you had to catch walleyes in some of these little river systems in July or August, it'd probably be pretty difficult. But in April, you know, you can catch a lot of walleyes on small rivers just with a pair of waders. The Devil's Lake Basin is tremendous in the spring for shore fishing. You know, where we're basically focusing on causeways, current areas, any type of a place where there's a restriction as far as current, a bottleneck, and if there's riprap around it, it seems like you're going to find walleyes. And so, you know, you look at all the different opportunities and you add them all up. It doesn't matter if you have a 22-foot boat with a 400 horsepower motor on the back, or if you have a pair of waders. Truly, this is one of the best times of the year if you love to walleye fish.
There's a good one. That's a good fish there, Marcus.
Didn't even get a cast back in there.
Yeah, that's a nice fish. Look at it stretching, 6-pound mono, just stretching it. Oh, come on. Oh, don't you love that? Big head shakes. Yeah, this is a good fish. Oh yeah, nice fish. She wants to go out to that deeper water so bad. Here she comes, here she comes. Oh yeah, nice walleye, Marcus. Wow.
Nice job.
Wow. I knew when I crossed that fish's eyes there was something there. Oh, look at there, and that plastic popped out of her. You netted her right in the nick of time. Look at that. Look at that. They got those big teeth. Like, oh my goodness. Look at that. Wow. Wow. That is a gorgeous fish. That's a big old fish. Wow.
Wow. That fish has definitely got some good shoulders on her, huh?
Oh wow. You just couldn't build a better proportion walleye than that right there. Wow. All right, we'll get her in the water. That is a beauty. Oh yeah, there she goes.